I'm Romina, this is my sister Michaela, and here we have G, our expert cocktail maker. And today, before we get on to the cocktails, we're going to make a Black Forest Crostata using Luxardo Maraschino cherries.
What's a crostata?
Crostata actually is one of the most traditional Italian cakes. Our nonna always had one in the kitchen, and it's basically a jam tart. But this one has got the maraschino cherries.
The cherries.
We need to drain them, keeping the syrup because we're going to use that later. We're not going to waste anything, and then just roughly chop all our cherries.
Okay, I have chopping skills.
I think the bottom line when it comes to this recipe is it is so easy. This pastry essentially is a sweet crust pastry. Anyone can do this. It's a matter of throwing a load of ingredients and whizzing them up.
So I'm going to do the dough. So first of all, we need to get kind of a sandy consistency. So we have 450 grams of plain flour going in. And then we've got 225 grams of butter. Now it's really important that this is at room temperature. Otherwise, we'll end up with some lumpy butter pastry, which isn't good. Make sure that's on.
You don't use the egg whites, but you can freeze them, you can put them in the fridge, make meringues.
I'm also going to put in 170 grams of white caster sugar.
I'm always scared about doing pastry, you know, because it always seems so complicated.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just easy.
And the best thing about this is when you roll it out, even if it breaks, you can just like literally slap it all together. It doesn't matter.
Nice.
5 egg yolks into here.
Then final ingredients is Black Forest, so we're going to make it chocolate pastry. So
Awesome.
we just need 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder.
How do you want these done? Sort of rough
Roughly
chop?
chopped. Yep.
Excellent.
So it doesn't have to be even.
If you wanted them even, I'm not the man for the job.
Can I just make a point here,
Yep.
okay? Romina's using a measuring spoon. All our cooking is very much about keeping it simple. You know, if you're a few grams off on the sugar, don't stress. Don't use a flipping measuring spoon to measure 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder.
I like it. After our 2 tablespoons, we need a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
The zest of a lemon, this just adds a really subtle hint to this pastry. Teaspoon of baking powder, and it all gets blitzed together. The amazing thing about this is it's fresh, you've made it, you know what's gone into it, and it's as simple as that. All you need to do is get into a ball or a roll. Don't overwork it, because this is going to go in the fridge, in some cling, to rest for about 30 minutes.
Our cherries are looking pretty good.
Thank you very much.
So we're gonna
And then, so just transfer these into the bowl, yeah?
Transfer all of those. What we need to add is 5 tablespoons of the syrup. Then we're
5.
also going to add a nice little secret ingredient, which is maraschino liqueur.
Yeah.
And we're going to add a tablespoon to that. I mean, you could add more if you
Oh,
fancy
you know.
it with a little bit more of a kick. So I'm going to let
Always
you
add
do
more.
that.
It's delicious.
Exactly. So what's so good about this liqueur?
Well, basically, the Luxardo family is, 100% family owned. We grow our own cherries, so we've got 30,000 cherry trees in northern Italy.
30,000?
30,000, because the thing is, we make obviously the maraschino cherries with them.
Yeah.
We make jams, we make 2 different styles of cherry liqueurs with them. Our amaretto we make with them as well. So this liqueur is a bit different to every other liqueur that's cherry flavoured. We don't just use the cherries, we use the leaves, the stems. So it's got that really nice sort of floral flavour to it, which will go awesome with the lemon that you've put into the tostada as well.
Amazing. So it's the cherries and the liqueur that will...
Like double flavour.
Yeah,
Like
double flavour.
Double whammy.
Exactly.
Just going to grab our pastry that's been sitting there now for 30 minutes. So I'm just going to take about a quarter of this away.
Shall I start rolling?
Yeah, we can do. So the reason we've taken a quarter off is because this is going to make our lattice.
So this is quite hard because obviously it's been in the fridge. But you want that because you can see it is a crumbly dough. And so you need it to be quite firm to stick together.
So you just need to roll it to about 1/2 centimetre in depth.
Do you turn it over? Do you flip it over as
You
well?
can
or-
flip it.
Yeah?
You don't
is
have
that
to.
a done thing? No, sort of. I'm going to
It's
try.
rustic cooking,
Rustic.
it can go wrong.
There are no
I've got
rules.
the easy job here. I just get to sit back and watch. So the thing is with this, we will need them quite long. It'll need to span the width of the tins. If I can roll it as a long rectangle.
I'm trying to get it into a
Got
rough,
whales right here.
a rough circular shape because this just needs to fill the tin and you want it to go up the sides because it's going to form a little border.
With yours, G, I'm cutting them in about 1 centimetre lengths.
Yep.
And And then this is going to form our lettuce. So we're just rolling it around the rolling pin to help us get it in the baking tin. So we're just going to push it in, hatch it to make it a little bit thicker. We just need about 1 centimetre to 2 around the edges. How delicious do these smell? Well, I can smell that liqueur.
Yeah, and the cherries are amazing. You know, they're the original maraschino cherry.
They're not like those bright red ones, right?
No. So basically the maraschino cherries, which are the bright red ones, they've been bleached of their colour, dyed red.
Hideous. I hate it as a
I
child.
know.
Whenever they were plonked on top of my ice cream, I'd be like, no.
Yeah. I don't know, and unfortunately the name stuck. Whereas with these, you know, there's no artificial colours, no preservatives. It's all 100% natural.
You have to try this. Get hold of some.
They're really easy to get. Just go online. You can find them in most places.
So don't be horrified by the state of this tin. It's beautiful. It has rough edges, but it's all going to be hidden. Just watch this. So lattice effect first. So you can see it's looking beautiful. To cover all these scrappy edges, we're going to fold over and kind of crimp a little bit just to form a lovely crust. Because these cherries are so beautiful, we like to put a little cherry in each of these squares.
Oh, nice.
Look at that, it's gorgeous. Our Black Forest Maraschino Cherry Crostata. It is absolutely so good, but you have to let it cool. Make sure you wait, that's the hardest bit once it's come out of the oven. But it goes in for about 30 to 35 minutes at about 180.
So what have we got, 30 minutes?
Yeah, that.
Excellent.
Enough
So,
to whip up some cocktails.
yes. Basically we're making an old school classic. It's called a blood and sand. Yeah, so it's a really simple recipe. It's just equal parts. Everyone can make it at home. So we've got Scotch whiskey, equal parts of that, some sweet vermouth. We've also got this Luxardo Maraschino, which is a really nice cherry liqueur.
Is that the other cherry liqueur that Luxardo do?
Yes.
Right.
So this one's a little bit different, whereas the last one was clear because it's distilled. So essentially what we're doing is we're getting the cherries,
Ooh, look at that
we're
colour.
fermenting the cherries. So we're creating a cherry wine. Okay? And then we're fortifying that with neutral alcohol, sugar, and then we're aging it for 2 years as well. So you're going to be using this lovely jar here. You just lock it to wake it, baby. We need our ingredients. First up, we have sweet vermouth.
Okay.
So we want to do 25 mils of each of these.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which
So 25 mils is a standard UK
5
shot.
teaspoons.
Is that 25?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So that's the sweet vermouth?
So that's the sweet vermouth. Yeah. Which again is another fortified wine.
It's got a punchy taste to it.
Yeah. This is our Scotch whiskey. You can use any Scotch whiskey, but because the whiskies are quite different, you know, depending on which one you use, it's going to taste very different. Then we've got a Sango Malaco as well.
Most
Is that
important.
so equal quantities of each?
Equal quantities,
Nice.
25s all round. And then we've got the orange juice.
Same
Yeah.
25 as that as well.
Yep. While you're doing that, I'm going to do one here. Ice is probably like the most important thing aside from the booze when it comes to cocktails.
Okay.
If you've got big ice, yeah, it's really good because when you're shaking it, it doesn't dilute as much. Yeah, the more ice the better because, you know, obviously we want to get it really nice and cold. Let's go. So obviously when we're shaking, we're doing a couple of things. You know, obviously we're mixing the drinks together.
Yeah.
Good skills. Or obviously we're chilling it down as well. If you want a drink to be cold, you know, you want it to be really cold. You know? With these, what we're going to do is we're going to serve them up in a martini glass.
Nice.
So the last thing that I'm going to do with my variation, yeah, is I'm going to put a tiny bit of mixed spice into
Nice.
it. So we've just got some regular mixed spice, got cinnamon, all those sort of things. It's going to go really, really well. We're just going to strain this into the glass. Yeah.
Why do we strain?
Basically, you don't want the pieces of ice in there. You know, if you wanted to, you could use a tea strainer, and that's going to get all the bits out. I'm going to use a tea strainer with mine because obviously I've got the mixed spice in there. Yeah, perfect. And then you want to garnish with a cherry. So sink the cherry in the bottom. It's like a nice little surprise at the end.
Not left much room for that means.
I know, maybe I'll need to drink a little bit there.
So for my one, because I've got the spice in there, I've got a tea strainer, just so you don't get too many big bits in your mouth.
Nice. You can smell that mixed spice, can't you?
Yeah. So the other thing that we're going to do with this one is we're going to grate some chocolate on the top.
Nice.
Yeah? Obviously, cherry and chocolate, best friends. Really simple, grated on top. And then we're going to sink the cherry on the bottom as well. We're going to take a little bit of this orange peel off of here. Yeah. If you grab this, you go like this. I don't know if you can see all the bits coming out. So if you just do that over the top.
Yeah.
So you're squirting.
Yeah, you're squirting the oils over the top.
Oh, look, you see it on the top.
You can see it. A lot of what you taste is made up by what you smell as well. You know, so when you pick up the glass and you're tasting it, you're getting those aromas and it's changing your taste. I should have made 3, really.
Cheers. Salute.
Delicious. And so easy.
Oh, that is delicious.
All right, should we get ready for that cake?
Let's do it. I am hungry.
Look at it. Perfect. Not too much on the inside.
Thank you very much.
See how it cuts nicely because it's nice and cool
The
as well.
moment of truth.
Go on, let us know.
That's
pretty good. Look at my cherry on the end. I think I've got the winning piece.
Aw.
Well done.
Delicious, delicious cake. Keep out the alcohol for the kids or make it a day or two in advance, ready for your dinner party. You don't have to worry about any of the faff and you can pimp it up with a cocktail.